Hey guys, this is Avi. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do Warrior's Bridge. There are quite a few actually little things that you need to be aware of when you do your Warrior's Bridge. I'm going to explain, but it's very simple. You could do it. So here's what it is. You need to, almost for all Warrior's Bridge, you'll be starting from the low stance position. So the low stance position is one of your leg will be bent from your knees, the other one would be extended and your feet pointing up. Some of you will have tight hamstrings and will have difficulty in coming to this position. So you would always tend to actually get on top of your tiptoes like this, and that you will see that it's slightly easier for you to be in that position. But in any case, I mean, like, you need to be coming to a position whereby you can drop your hips at the back. So with my left leg extended, I'm basically dropping myself on top of my left hip. So let's see, what are the little bits that we need to be careful about. So I come to my low stance, I basically drop my left hip, I place my left hand behind me, right? And it depends a lot where you're actually putting your left hand. And that basically defines your stability and the comfort in that position, right? So how you do it, like what options do you have when it comes to placing your hands? So let's analyze that a little bit. So I'm going to turn around so you can see like where my hand is placed. The options that I have here is I can have my hand there, so more towards my feet. I can have my hands there, so away from my foot, right? I can have my hands close to my butt, or I can have my hand very far away from my butt, right? And these little changes which actually define how my body is in the position when I'm in a Warrior's Bridge, right? So let me show you that. Right now, I'm going to place my hand very far away, so away from my foot, so away from my left foot. So back there, as far as I could get, right? And then I'll try to rise up to Warrior's Bridge, right? Warrior's Bridge is basically, I place the outer edge of my left foot down on the floor, I swing my right hand up and come up to a bridge. Now you see that my knee is kind of tending to fall towards the ground, and that's because specifically where I put my hand at the back, right? The more further down I put there, this knee becomes unstable and it tends to fall inside, right? Now let's try to put it there, right? So more towards my foot, and then rise up to Warrior's Bridge again. What this does is, I'm not getting the proper stretch. My upper body tends to lean forward like this, like more towards my foot. I'm not getting that bridge, that arch that I'm looking for, right? So a good rule of thumb is basically try to imagine there's a line going along your foot, the inner edge of your right foot here, right? So if you imagine there's a line that goes all the way like that, anywhere on that line would actually align your knee and your body in such a way that you're in a good position to do your Warrior's Bridge, right? So let me just put it somewhere on that line and then rise up. I feel very good here and stable. And then I go down, right? Next question is, we figured out where my hand should be when it comes to there or there, right? Now the bigger question is, how far would I actually be okay to keep my hands, right? Now the thing is, like, the further away you put, you would find it's easier to do the Warrior's Bridge. The closer it is to your butt, it's slightly more difficult, right? So if I put it really far away, it's super easy to get into a Warrior's Bridge. I have a really long body, and then I come down. If I put it here, I come up to Warrior's Bridge, it basically arches my body because I do not have a lot of room to stretch there, right? But in any case, like, either of them is fine, but the thing is, like, the farther away is easier. Now the question is, like, what's a good distance, right? You need to also bear in mind that what's the next position that you need to be in right after Warrior's Bridge, right? So in most of the transitions that you have in Budokon, it's like you do your Warrior's Bridge, you come down, and then you basically push yourself back up, right? And you follow up to the next position. So, I mean, it's a no-brainer that the farther away you are, the more difficult it will be for you to actually push back up to this position, right? So if I'm like this, I'm trying to push, my butt doesn't want to come up, right? But if I'm closer, I can just give a little push and I can come up straight away, right? So you really need to play around and figure out what's the right distance. Don't be too far away, don't be too close. Be on that line, right? And play around and figure out what's the furthest that you can go and still able to push yourself back up, right? That's one of the key things. The second key thing and the last one is in a warrior's bridge. It's actually slightly different from the yoga wheel, because in a yoga wheel, what you're doing is, I'll do it this way so you can see the position of my shoulders. So really focus how my two shoulders are, right? I'm doing yoga, like the traditional yoga, right? I rise up. See, my shoulders are basically almost kind of next to each other, right? And I'm trying to form a complete wheel. And then I go down, right? In Budokon, it's a bridge, it's not a wheel, right? And the shoulders need to be stacked on each other because you need to be strong. The moment your shoulders are stacked on each other, you can actually bear a lot of weight on that bridge, right? So you can technically have somebody standing on top of you and you should still be able to be in that bridge position. So now watch how my shoulders are when I get into the Budokon Warrior's Bridge. Watch my shoulders, they're basically on top of each other, and my entire side body is super stable and strong to take a lot of weight on it. That being said, that's all about Warrior's Bridge that you need to know. Keep practicing and hope to see you in another video later on.